Well, folks, here we are again with Valentine, and he's going to talk about rainbows of roses. And this is our video that's actually going to go live on Thanksgiving Day here in the United States. Anywhere I understand that in most parts of the world, not Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving isn't celebrated except in the United States. That's a U.S. holiday. Anyway, Valentine, take it away.
Yeah, aloha from Molokai, and live from the beautiful, beautiful oceans here, and the elements are so alive, and that's why I came with the roses. I meditated on this. I was in a cave yesterday in the ocean, actually a cave stepping out into the ocean, literally on top of the ocean in a cave, in quietness and silence.
Now, the cave is not underwater. It's above water, but it's right at the beach edge.
Right at the edge. People walk right by me. They come from all walk. They don't even know I'm there. And I laugh because they don't see me, and I see them, and I'm watching. And then on their way back, they're walking. They don't even realize that I've just seen them, and I don't say anything. I just smile. And they go, "Oh, well, we're from this part of the world. You know, we're the Obertsons, or, you know, and we've been here so long. And who are you?" Well, I've been here for 30 years. And then they share with me, and they just smile. They said, "We're going to watch your videos," you know?
Well, I noticed that the last video did have an increase from what it was before. So that's good. You know, so we are getting people watching them, and that's an important thing for me. I mean, it's not like it used to be, where I used to get 1,000 videos as a matter of routine or more.
Yes.
Now most of them are between 200 and 300. Occasionally I'll get a 500 one, or even one over 1,000 once in a while. But it's rare.
I believe you're getting a lot more people. I just think that the like and the comments, like you said, they're starting to come more, because I've been asking people, will you please put like and comment, not dislike, because you're going to like it. I told them I'm on a positive vibe, and they love that. I never say dislike. I said put like and comment, and they love it. They smile and go, "Valentine, we're looking forward to it." And then
let's talk about the rainbows of roses. How are you? I know it's your shirt, but there's got to be more to it than that. Yeah. So what did you get in your meditation?
Yeah, well, what I got is that, you know, right now we have the Hōkūle'a is in from around the world, from Oahu in Molokai. And we're talking about 1 million people show up when their voyage, they've been away for 2-3 years, and 1 million people to show up in Oahu just to greet them. And all the ports around the world in 25 countries with one canoe. And then they have, you know, of course they have the protection of all the other ships along that they, on their voyage, you know, they have to have.
But they're actually in canoes on the Pacific Ocean.
On the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
And they go in, yeah, and they go by faith with the stars, with the light of the universe at night. They're going all in 25 countries around the world since 1976. You look up at the Hōkūle'a in the Hawaiian Islands, and you will be shocked to see. You talk about faith, talk about going forward for sustainability and world peace around the world. And they've been doing it since 1976. They're here in Molokai. I'll be with them either later today and this week. I'll be with them.
Now, what's the name of the group?
Hōkūle'a.
Spell that for me.
Holoke'au. But it'll come up. If you say Hōkūle'a, it'll come up. And you have to get the correct spelling on it.
Yeah, that doesn't look like the correct spelling. No, not the way you're saying it.
Yeah, but Hōkūle'a, come in when you put it on the Google, it'll come right up. About the Voyagers of the sea. They've been all around the world. The Polynesians, and this is what I want to bring up, the roses of rainbows, because these people are spreading the light through the stars, through the universe by faith. I mean, how could you go in a canoe and come for world peace and all these ports around the world? They've traveled for 2 years. their loved ones and all sacrifice. And this is what I want to talk about. All this sacrificing of our generations, I think the people are saying, we want to help this, we want to help the generation evolve. And we need to evolve. And we've done all this work, and we don't want to see our grandchildren and our next generation. And we're really concerned, and like what you were saying. So they go by faith in canoes, the Hawaiians, the Polynesian, the Tongans, the Tahitians.
They've been doing this since
1976. They've been going to voyaging through, by faith, through 25 countries, just with a canoe. I mean, it's called a Hōkūle'a, and then they'll have all the other names of the other ones from the Hawaiian Islands come and join them. So you got to research it. It's on from Maui they have a certain boat name, from Molokai they have a certain name, from Oahu they have a certain name, from Lanai, Big Island. They all come together, and that's what we're missing in the world, is coming together. We need to come together, and all over the planet and the universes, from heaven to earth. We came here, and we have to bear the witness of the light. If we're the bearers of the light, then we need to go forward and bring those roses to the hearts of mankind. We need to do it then, and we need to come together. If we have to come quietly in all parts of the world, like our communities and families, if we have to start there and spread the light, we have to do it that way. We can't listen to these people that want to destruct the earth. We need to uplift the earth. Like I said, I was overseeing this most magnificent area where I was in the cave. The energy is so high, the vibration is so high, and then the ocean's pounding. You can't even get in the ocean. They'll suck you out there yesterday. I can only go in and dip in. I'm talking 20-foot waves right in front.
Wow.
You know, oh yeah, we're talking 20, 30-foot waves right in the front. Just come right up. They'll suck you in. And the local men said that they're divers. They're free divers. Valentine, you know, it's very dangerous. If you're out there alone, make sure you don't go into the water, because it'll suck you in. We're really concerned. If people around you, even people around you, they're not going to save you. You're going to be your own savior. You got to look out for it. You know, how do you know if they could swim and help you? You know what I mean? You don't know. I'm a dolphin. So I went in what I could do, but I did the meditation. I'm telling you, and it came. The energy is like, it's just like, I mean, it's so, and you see the sulfur, and you see the light, and it's so pure. And the salt and the rain coming in from the ocean, you can actually feel the spray of the 20-foot waves spray right into the cave while I'm laying down, or I'm sitting up like a Buddha, you know, and I would just keep quiet. And it's amazing that the spray would come and hit you. And I'm talking, I'm like 20, 25 feet from it, you know, from where it hits, maybe 50 yards. It feels like 25 feet when you're getting hit with the ocean water and the sulfur. It's so pure, and you go, where's this coming from? It's all the earth energies in the cave. It's literally a cave, like caveman, cave woman. You bring the hunter and the family. I mean, it's big enough. You could put a tent in there if you wanted to. I'm not talking a small cave now. I'm talking, you could have a whole gathering of say 6 people around you, or 4 to 6 people in there if you wanted to. And I was there alone, and very hidden out and smiling at people as they were coming by. And rarity you would see people, because I'm very hidden out there. They don't go that far. They stay in another part. You know, I go even further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you see happening with the Rainbow of Roses? You think people are finally getting the message of bringing roses? And I mean, to me, a rose is a symbol of peace, but it's got thorns.
Yes. And it's interesting you said that, because we have thorns here in Molokai, and you have to get the correct sandals. I told this to Bob and to Katie before they were leaving for Oregon, and he gave me a fishing pole. you know, and he wanted me to fish. And I swim with the, you know, he goes, the thorns. I said, you got to get these sandals. He said, with the hook. I said, it's with a Hawaiian name. And it doesn't, the thorns, well, actually, from the trees, it's original here. You know, this is not planted, whatever. This is the beginning of time. There are thorns that actually fall on the beach that will actually puncture a brand new tire. It will go right through your foot. Yeah, the thorn can puncture a tire. It can puncture your...
That's worse than sand spurs. In Florida, we have sand spurs, and that's worse.
Yeah, it's worse. Yeah, but these are like needles going through your feet. And I go, you got to get a certain shoe. I wear New Balance in order for the... And it'll go through, but it won't go through your shoe. But, you know, with people with sandals, you have to get the correct sandal. This is an orthopedic one, and it's with the hook, the Hawaiian. It starts with an O, if people want to know. Hoka, something in Hawaiian. And it's the best shoe. I told him, you got to get these shoes before you leave for Oregon. He goes, yeah, we're going to get it. It's a Molokai Inn. And the woman said, you pay less money because I pay for the shipping. They're like $68. Instead, you don't pay $78 because she pays the shipping to bring it in. So she said, you could get it on Amazon, but you got to pay $10 more. So it's been a wonderful gift. My sweetheart Marjana said, you need these sandals because you walk around with these things from, you know, $10 sandals, and you're getting all these thorns going through, you know, $10, $20, whatever we paid, 30, you know, and longs and all these other cheap ones from China, they go right through, you know? So the best one is these thorns that you talked about. We need to get out of the thorns, and we need to get into the roses. We need to get into the heart of mankind. You know what I'm saying? I think we had enough with the thorns on planet Earth. I call it baby planet Earth with baby souls on it. And I think that the maturity of these baby souls, I think they're saying, hey, we need to look at this. And I think people are awake. People just don't know what direction to go. Like I said, the ancient ones know. They go on this a voyage, I mean, through the stars, through the ocean, with navigation through the stars and the light up above. There's no way they can go through the sea unless they have faith.
You said that there's sometimes big ships that guide the canoes and sort of watch over them.
Yes,
a little bit.
They like you would call them. They have a certain name for them, like an anchor. Like they'll follow them through because if they need, you know, need help or whatever, when they come into the port, they, you know, if they are in trouble in the ocean, they have to have some type of backup. They know where they're at in the ocean, and they have backups to go get them if there's a problem. They navigate through the world. It's on Facebook. You'll see it on Facebook. You'll see it on through the internet around the world. You'll see it on television. They made a huge thing where each port that they go into, they televise it in all different parts of the world when they're coming in, and let people know they could come and greet them. And that's what they're doing with the children right now. Buses and buses and buses loads are coming into Molokai from the schools to see the Hōkūle'a. It's like it's a learning tool for them to navigate. But these people, I've been with the carvers. I've been with the people that are the visionaries of it. They're masters from all the islands, know how to navigate through the seas and touch people through sustainability. That's what their message is. Sustainability for the earth and world peace for the earth. And and then all the dignitaries come and meet with them from New York. They come in. They come from Tahiti. They come from the Polynesian countries. They go into South America. They go, you read about them. In 25 countries they've been. 50 countries, I believe it is, and more, probably 350 countries. They've been all over the planet, and they continue to voyage, and they don't stop.
When you say dignitaries from all over the world, to me, dignitaries is the cabal. They're the demons that think that they're in charge of everything. And so you're talking about people that have a more positive outlook, I hope, than then
Yes.
the
Yeah,
dark forces.
Yes. No, the people that understand from different parts of the world that are enlightened come and greet them in all the different parts of the world. Yes. Yeah. That's why you don't hear it in the media about the Hōkūle'a. You see what I'm saying? You don't hear it around the world about them because they're quietly reaching those people of enlightenment, like what you said. I'm glad you brought that up.
People of the heart.
Yes, people of the heart. And that's where Jesus wanted us to reach, was the soul, the heart. The sign right in back of me on my left shoulder, Jesus shows the healing when I reach people, the healing, and puts the hand right to the heart. That's where the key is for the inner enlightenment, the heart and the soul. Go within, and you'll reach the light more and more. The keys are within. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It has to show up without, or it doesn't mean anything, as far as I'm concerned. It's good to have it within, but it has to spread out. The whole purpose is not just to change on the inside; it's to bring the change that affects the whole of creation.
Yes. And I also want to bring up about the Deepak Chopra, because I was with Deepak and Louise Hay, and I did see the video, and I'm sure people have seen it. And I hope, and my prayers are out to Deepak, and I did write to him to contact me if he'd like, that if he has an opportunity. He talked about India, and I was with people from Washington, actually, here from China. The woman did from India and China. She did the diplomacy of helping those two countries, and she just finished up, and she's in Molokai here, leaving back to China. And Yang, I believe it was Yang, and she said, I'm finished up and I have to go back. And I'm helping out. I said in Dubai, he talks about that in India, what's going on. Well,
yeah, his last video, Deepak's video, less than a week ago, I think, he was very somber.
Yes, very.
Most people have never heard him that somber.
No, because you know why? It's touched the soul, the heart of his ancestry and his family. He sees the sadness and like no hope for these people. But what I would say to Deepak is to get his family out of there if he can, or get people in the community, like the Hawaiians. I hate to tell you, that's my cousin. They go and they help each other. That's my cousin. I'm related to them. Well, I hate to tell you, but in Hawaii, we're all related, but we're related all around the planet. And we need to come together with our hearts that are enlightened in a way.
All my relations. Native American, that's a Native American saying, all my relations.
Yeah.
We do that in the sweat lodges that I've done and stuff like that.
Yes, and we spoke about with the Lakota that I did, and they call me Moose Heart because of the medicine of the moose. I experienced the moose in Sweden, and then they said, your name is Moose Heart. That's your power animal, right? All my homie Takiyasen, they would say, right? I'm glad you said that. So getting back to it, so I prayed about it yesterday with Deepak, and said and a lot of people can come forward and bring out his cousins and take them out of that situation in India and bring them to the United States or wherever, somewhere safe, and then try to come within the communities and help out his families, whatever. It's touched a chord in his soul, because he sees as a visionary and as a speaker and as a chief endocrinologist, which is my brother. My brother and Deepak do the similar things in Boston. He also is a chief endocrinologist and stepped out to help with the enlightenment. I've got a brother, Dr. Michael Holick. He did with the vitamin D. They say vitamin D. We all are lacking vitamin D. So they said, they tried to debunk. But the people spoke up and said, the UV advantage. We need vitamin D and D3. People are lacking sunlight. They're coming in from Alaska, Valentine. I can't wait to get the vitamin D in Molokai in Hawaii. We're connected. The Hawaiian Islands and Alaska is connected as a very similar, and they need the sunlight. So Alaskans are buying places here and getting the sunlight when they can, and then they go back to Alaska. But then they don't want to come to Alaska any longer. They want to stay here in the Hawaiian Islands. They're saying, forget it.
Yeah, if I had to choose between Alaska and Hawaii, I think I would take Hawaii too.
Yeah.
Because I don't like cold. I mean, that's why I live in Florida.
Yeah, I don't either. I did that on the East Coast in the metropolitan New York and the Four Seasons, and also in Sweden. I'm working with people out of Sweden, the healers that were here and the seamen that are here from Sweden and the writers for helping women around the world. I say the warrior women with angel wings and the warrior men with angel wings unite together with their enlightenment. I think the warriors need to come together quietly and silently like the ancient ones. And I think they know what they need to do now with the messages. I don't think they need to come together and like a covenant and bring the enlightenment quietly on planet Earth. Not to tell them what you're going to do. Just do it. Be it. From the heart, from the soul, unite your forces of enlightenment, a golden light, those rainbow of roses, every color, every nation, within each other. We need to connect internationally around the world. I've had a beach ministry with international people on Maui, and Valentine, what can we do to help? Here's my name and number and address. When you come that part of the world, you're welcomed into my home. Please come. I have notebooks and notebooks. Marjana will tell you. Notebooks and notebooks, thousands and thousands of people that invite me from all parts of the world. 6 years on a beach ministry alone in Hawaii. They come internationally into these resorts and these timeshares, and they want to know what to do. What can we do to help out? Come. We want to hear more about the enlightenment. We want to help out. We know about the books. We know about the movie. We know what you're doing. We want to join in with you. I say the same with Ron. Support what Ron's doing. Put like and comment. Very important to comment. I said, and like, because then it spreads the message of light in the world, and the concern of people. That they really, really want to know more knowledge and wisdom to help out, and they have.
Well, it's interesting because I've gone back and watched some of my videos from a few years ago, and there would be, I didn't even count how many comments were on some of them. Probably more than 100 comments on some of them, and a whole bunch of likes and some dislikes. But here's the important thing: shares. Now, my videos that do the best are the ones that other people share on their Facebook page, their YouTube channel.
Beautiful.
And if people would only share something that resonates, it helps spread the message even further.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that was part of the title, Pass the Torch. Pass the torch of rainbows. Pass the torch of light. Pass the torch of enlightenment. Exactly what you're saying about sharing. I think we're missing that. That's an ancestral thing. Tribes. We all belong in tribes. Bob and I were talking for more. We're our tribes. Where are the tribes? Dr. Oz and I were speaking, Mehmet Oz in Maui. He talked about the tribes. We work well together in tribes. When I talked about the warrior men with angel wings, we work together as men. Women work together. They want to share. If you notice what the woman, she'll give her food to her children and to her husband and wait for what she needs for herself. She's sharing. The men are the hunters and all. I mean, they're providers, right? But they're looking for knowledge to share with men that are awakened. I talked to men. You should see last night from the Netherlands. He's from California. He said, Valentine, once I'm a runner. I'm a big, I'm a runner. Once I run, Casper, he says, I just forget it all. I get all crazy and stuff, but then once I do my running, like you're out in the ocean, he said, I forget about it all. I just release it. That's what we need to do around the planet. We need to release these emotions, whether we can get in our waters whether we can get in some type of cleansing. I don't care if it's the waters. We need to protect our waters on the planet. Our H2O is very important for the oxygen, the breath, for humanity. We need to protect our oceans. We need to protect our environment. Our elements are being destructive, especially here in Molokai. See all the.
Well, it's not the elements that are being destructive. It's the cabal that's putting poison in the sky, polluting the water, and they don't care. That's the problem.
Well, because you know why?
It's all about making money. It's not about taking care of anything.
Yes, but because we are so many people on the planet can take over with the light. They're afraid of that. That's why they're doing what they're doing. And I want to give power to them at all, because they're afraid that we're going to take over. That's what it is. That's why they're doing what they're doing.
Well, it's time for them to repent. Or as someone said, shit or get off the pot. They've got to make a decision to do the right thing, but they've been brainwashed many cases their whole life and cajoled and blackmailed, and there's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to interrupt you. You got about 4 minutes left, so just.
Yeah. So anyway, so I've been seeing the joy around people that come into Molokai. I've noticed from all parts of the world. These people know what's going on in the world, and they say, we're trying to step out of it. I discussed it last night as I'm coming back from the ocean in the cave. And these elders are coming forward. Valentine, I stopped because I advocate for the elders to say, thank you for talking to us, because we have someone that of this generation that want to make a difference. We've done our work, what we can to help this generation, but you can even go further with it. And I believe that we can. And I believe that those rainbows of roses can spread if we really believe, if we can unite each other, share. I like what you said about sharing the video. We need to share, even whatever you can do to share, to help out in the world, whatever that is, then do it. Just be it. Just do it. Help where you can help. You know, bring food to people what you can. Share whatever God provides for you, the nature, share that, whatever you have. People gave me a fish. Bob gave me a fish. He goes, look, I haven't had a fresh fish. I made soup out of it. He fished it. He goes, I just need for dinner, my wife and I, for her birthday, it was the next day. He goes, he had a fish like this for him and his wife. And then he pulls out and he goes, would you like a fish? I'm like, my first fish, reef fish, being here on the island of Molokai. And first one, and I made soup out of it. And it's very, the nutrients and all. And I pray over it a bit, because that soul, so we can continue the work. We get to nurture ourselves, but that soul leaves so we can continue the work. And I say with the departing souls, my cousin crossed over out of West Virginia, and her name is Dottie. And with Spencer, Cam, he does a back ministry, what I work with, and he travels and sings, and it's about bringing Christ's work together, bringing the enlightenment together. I don't care, bringing light into the world. Spreading the message, and dedicate this to all the departing souls, along with Dottie, along with Cam. You know what I'm saying? All these departing souls did their work here. So why don't we just join together and help out, and then unite and bring the ships together, ships of life together, just think of us as a bright light, like a golden orb, right? Or a white orb, and a rainbows, whatever color you think that you are, bring that together to help mankind, because we're in such a need right now of urgency to stop this destruction.
I agree, and that's probably a good note to draw it to a close, because we do need to help one another. That's definitely true.
Yes. Yeah, and it's such a blessing to be able to share this with you, Ron, and for you to be in harmony of listening and going forward with the message. Not many souls. Many are called, few are chosen, as we spoke before. And you've been chosen, and I've been chosen, and many have been chosen. And now who's listening? I believe that the ones that are listening know what they're here to do. If we have to bear witness to what it is, then we need the visionaries and the elders to come forward and the ancestors to show us the way. And we know the way. We just need to go forward and help mankind now.
Right.
Yeah, to bring that forward.
Well, thank you, and aloha and namaste. Appreciate it.
Yeah, wonderful. Golden suns ahead, and the golden roses and the rainbows of roses to your hearts and to mankind. May we continue to smile upon one another and help each other with joy.